Welcome to the Mounting Block. I'm Oriel.
And I'm Marissa.
We're here to inspire each other and, of course, you, our listeners, as we navigate the wild ride of rediscovering our love for horses while juggling work, kids, businesses, and a million other things.
From tackling fears to finding time in between school drop-offs, spilt snacks, business meetings, and marriage, we're here to share the laughs, the lessons, and the occasional mishap in the saddle.
So grab a coffee, a wine, maybe even a lead rope if you're game, and join us for honest, uninterrupted conversations, a bit of mum life mayhem, and a whole lot of encouragement.
This is a Mounting Block. Let's get a leg over and join us for the ride. Hello, Oriel.
Hello everyone. It's good to be back.
Very good to be back. Now, you're a little bit under the weather, so everyone will have to deal with Oriel's,
slightly croaky voice.
Yep,
but I'm fine.
It was because you have been travelling and you probably caught a plane bug.
Well, actually, I think I caught it from my niece and my nephew. They were both quite sick, but I had to hug them and cuddle them.
Yeah. Well, you're in Hong Kong and they live there, so yeah. You got to have some cuddles.
Yeah, so it's
small price to pay.
Small price to pay. I'm not sure if my husband's going to feel the same when he picks it up.
Or the rest of the family.
Well, it's just with my husband. He always went, there's the flu and then there's the man flu.
Yes.
And,
oh, gosh.
And he does the man flu very well.
Oh, so does mine.
Yeah.
It's amazing when, even if they just have, a sore leg, their voices just get really sick too. Sorry, husbands, but it's true.
No, sorry, we love you.
True. So we don't have a guest today. We're just going to have a little chit chat about a few things that have been going on. And but first, let's talk about the horsey side of things.
Lesson this morning.
Yeah, we had a really cool lesson. It was such hard work.
It was really hard. It was quite full on from the moment we got on in the studio, and of course you and I went separately.
In the studio?
The
Oriel has just flicked back into her work mode.
Okay, let's get out of the studio and into the arena.
Yes.
We'll try that. But yeah, we went separately into the arena, and I went in first for 40 minutes and then you went in.
Yeah.
And so we had separate lessons, and our lovely coach decided to step it up a notch.
Oh God, didn't she? Didn't she step it up?
She stepped it up a notch.
So I heard you get yelled at one point. I got yelled at one point.
I didn't get yelled at one point. I got
Multiple?
yelled at multiple points.
Yeah.
No. Don't let me see. She wanted me to go in from a canter into a sitting trot and then back into a canter and then back into a sitting trot. But of course, for all the riders out there, as you know, when you're cantering and you go into a trot, your trot's quite fast.
Yes.
And my sitting trot is not very good.
Yeah, mine
And
either.
so I started rising. I don't want to see you rising. Sit that trot. Canter.
Yes, and I was in the grass arena warming up, and I could just hear this very intense yelling.
I was like, am I laughing or crying? I'm not sure, but I'm cantering.
I'm doing it. But it was so funny to watch because I just knowing you, I was like, oh God, she's working really hard for this. She's working really hard. And then I had a really intense one too.
You did.
Because Hecate, 100% my fault, likes to just fall out of trot because, clearly I let her. And so whenever she'd even just give the remote sign that she was slowing down, it was like, move her on, keep it going. And so it was just trotting and trotting. But then at the end, I did have the best cantering experience on Hecate that I have had so far.
Yay.
So I know, it's so fun.
That's so good.
So I do have a new saddle, which has made a huge difference. I bought a new Arena monoflap dressage saddle, which I'm just getting, my bottom into. And cantering with that was, amazing because I was really, really more deep in it. But also I just hadn't had the opportunity to canter her so much. So we did 5 circles in a row. And at first I thought her canter was quite fast and choppy, but actually once she gets into it, it's really lovely to ride. It was, so I just had such a fun time. But I was saying to our coach and you at the end that I was like, oh my God, I'm cantering. She's not stopping. Oh my gosh, she's still going. And then I could not concentrate on anything else until our coach's voice appeared in my ears because we wear these headphones. And she goes, can you focus on your left rein, please? And I was like, all right, come back to business, Marissa.
Yeah. We're still moving. We're going forward.
Moving. Yeah. But it was really exhilarating, except for the fact at the end of the 5 circles of canter, because it was so hot, I was about to faint.
Yeah, because it was really hot.
It was really, really hot.
Queensland weather. For those of you who don't know, we are in Queensland and it's hot.
It's hot and there's no shade in that arena. It's completely out in the sun. And by this stage it was 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's really the good heat of the day. And I went very shaky and like, oh wow, I'm really actually quite dizzy. So I just called it at that point because I didn't want to faint on the horse because I think that would be a disaster.
Well, then you would have fallen off, and we don't want to fall off.
We don't fall off.
We don't want to.
We don't want to fall off. And so then on Saturday, we're actually going to go on a trail. So my first trail with you and Will.
Yeah.
So I said to you guys today, we're just going to take it easy.
Yeah, we're just going to take it easy. We just do a walking, maybe a little bit of trot. Yeah.
Just easy peasy.
Easy
see how we go. And then I'm sure I'll canter, but you know.
Yeah, well, we don't know.
We'll see.
We'll see. I reckon you will. You'll get out there and go, right, ready?
I know. I feel like I'm like such a scaredy cat in beforehand and I like talk myself out of things. And then when I'm in the moment, I'm like, oh yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it. You can trust her.
Yeah. We'll see. I do trust her. She's so delightful.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be fun.
So the lead up to the holiday season, we had 6 weeks, and I know we do have some international listeners. So for those who are listening from overseas, we finish up school around mid-December. We don't go back until end of January. So we have 6 weeks of leave. I shouldn't say leave, but 6 weeks out of school for our kids. And that leaves the parents to juggle those 6 weeks.
Yeah, and gosh. But it's not even the 6 weeks that's chaotic at this point. What I'm struggling with at the moment, this is what we wanted to talk about today, is just this drive towards the end of year. And I think, I don't know if we've just got it wrong in Australia, where it culminates the end of the school year, the end of all the activities, plus the lead up to Christmas. And, you know, everyone seems to take some sort of annual leave over Christmas as well. And then it feels like you are just going from one thing to another. Plus we've also got in our family, our eldest daughter is graduating primary school. So there's all these extra events around that, which are all very fun. And I really want to be in the moment and, you know, have the time to process all of that. But it just feels like that life is a legitimate game of Tetris at the moment, and it's hour by hour unpacking it. And I feel like it's like this every year, and I don't know what the solution is. I don't know how to make it better. And I always get to this point in the year and I think, what am I doing wrong? How can we make this easier?
Yeah, for ourselves.
Should I Christmas shop in July, Oriel?
Yes, possibly.
Yeah, possibly. But then the kids change their minds over what they like.
Well, yeah, that's true. And then you're screwed.
You're screwed then.
You've got a bunch of Christmas presents, so what are you going to do with them? Because they don't want them anymore. And they're writing letters to Santa, which don't have those presents on the list.
Yes.
And then they get Santa's presents, and it's like, but I didn't ask for this, Santa.
Yes, exactly. Like, oh my gosh. So I can't Christmas shop in July. I can't not go to my kids', you know, dance concerts and end of year spectaculars.
No.
So they're non-negotiable. Work.
What's happening? What's happening? So for me, I've started dropping balls.
Yeah.
None of them being glass, thank goodness.
Yes.
But I've dropped balls left, right, centre.
Yes.
My girlfriend pulled me up on it the other day. She said, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Because you are dropping so many balls.
But this is what happens.
She
because
started laughing at me. She's like, somebody will say something that she'll be like, no, she wouldn't have read the email properly. Just tell her. She's absolutely right.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. But you're right. It is a case of dropping balls, and you know, you have to rely on the tools. So I think my calendar, like the reliance on our calendars are so heavy at this point. I actually sent a girlfriend and I go and get our nails done every fortnight together. And I sent her an email message last week and said to her, oh, what time are we meeting for nails this week? And she said, no, it's next week. And she was right. And I didn't actually look at my nails whether they needed to be done, but it was just that was what was in my calendar because I hadn't moved the appointment. And she said, yeah, I get it. Calendar Alliance is really strong at this point.
It's a real thing.
It's a real thing.
So use your calendar because that does help.
Yeah, it does.
So there's a tip.
Yeah, that's a tip.
Definitely use your calendar.
I bet there's an AI tool out there that we could probably use where it just like, you know, pulls it all in somehow.
There probably is.
Yeah, there probably is. If anyone has any tips on some organizational AI tools, send them our way.
Yes, let us know.
Yeah.
So there's one tip.
Yeah.
What's the next tip?
What's the next one, guys? Give us something. Help us, because I know everyone is feeling this. Like every one of my friends, it's just like, when can you? And everyone wants to catch up. You know, this magical deadline of Christmas too. So work and catch ups all before Christmas, and you just go, I can't. I actually can't. There's no more Fridays. There's no more Saturdays. There's no more Saturday mornings. There's no more Sundays. There's no more.
Yeah.
Plus, we need to horse ride.
And as we talked about from the very beginning, that is a priority for us.
It is. Thankfully, we do that mainly in the mornings.
Yes.
So that's kind of like a nice little pocket before the days go mental, right?
Yeah, it sets up the day beautifully too, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
It's such a good feeling.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So on top of that, because we don't have any solutions, we pretty much just wanted to have a whinge out. We feel you. We hear you. If other people are feeling like this at this point in the year,
not alone.
You're not alone.
We're all going through it.
We're all going through it. You have a big trip booked. I don't this year. We're having a home Christmas.
Lovely.
Which is actually a really nice feeling. I'm really looking forward to that. But you're also having a home Christmas. You're not going away until the new year. So that's great. And I feel like I've heard just so many people saying that that's what they're doing. Like they're just not going away this year. I think everyone's just exhausted.
Yeah.
Prices are ridiculous.
The number of people that have started talking about that. And, you know, if you read any kind of news report, they'll talk about the cost of living and inflation and, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And quite often you're so busy again, you don't really think about it. You know, you might see that in your trolley when you go to the checkout and you go, wow, I wasn't expecting it to cost $500. I thought it might cost $350. You know, you'll start to see it then. But it's not just the groceries. It's everything. Like absolutely everything that you go to spend money on is going up in price. So that cost of living crisis that, you know, the economists all talk about is a very real thing.
Yeah, it is.
And it's not really something that I've ever, you know, aside from in my work life where I've talked about it and talked about inflation and interest rates and all of those sort of things. So
because you're a very clever financial journalist and you know all these clever things. Just a side part of Oriel's real job.
Just done it for a long time.
Yeah, you know all those numbers and things and those words.
Yeah. But it's now is probably the first time that I can actually see it. Like I can actually see it in life and in the choices and you know, Christmas shopping for presents.
Yeah.
You know, like what is the right amount of money to spend on your children for Christmas?
I know.
Yeah, I know obviously it's relative because everybody's different. But if you're sort of fairly average, what is the right amount of money to spend?
I know.
And then this is another question. For those of you who do Christmas, I mean, I know not everybody that listens to us does Christmas, but for those of you who do and Santa comes to your house, if your children are young, what portion of your presents come from Santa and what portion of your presents come from mum and dad?
Okay. So I have a theory on this because I got the absolute shits with Santa a few years back, getting all the credit for all the work I was doing.
Yeah.
So I reckon this was about 4 years ago. And I was like, bugger this. Santa's getting all this credit and I am working my butt off to get these kids fun presents and think about what they want. So at that point, so my kids have, you know, the Santa sacks and we would fill the Santa sacks and that was all from Santa. So what I've done in the last few years is this episode is not child friendly if your child believes in Santa still. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah, we should probably put it.
Yeah. But one present in the Santa sack would be wrapped differently from Santa, and that's what I changed it to. And so it was just one special present.
Oh.
And I just did a separate wrapping paper for it.
I love that.
Yeah, because I was like...
Can I tell you why I love that? Because a friend of mine said to me last year, because we do the same. All of the kids' presents go in the Santa sack and Santa leaves the Santa sack. So all of the kids' presents come from Santa.
Yeah.
And they're all the ones that are on the letter. So I've done two things wrong.
Okay.
One, I get all the presents on the letter. So if they put out a letter, they send a letter to Santa, which we give to Santa when we go and see him. And they know that he's not the real Santa, but, you know, that's okay. We give the letter.
Yeah, somehow we've managed to con them with that one.
And then they get all the presents on the letter. So now when they write the letter, they expect to get all of them.
Yeah, they could keep writing 15 presents.
They could keep writing. And I was like, no, that's enough. That's enough.
Yeah.
So that's the one thing that I've done wrong, which I'm fixing this year.
Yeah.
I sort of reminded them that Santa doesn't always give you the presents.
Yeah.
Just you can ask, but you're not necessarily going to get. They found that a bit difficult to understand.
Maybe you could say Santa chooses the most special present out of that list.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like
Don't
that.
you guys remember? You can sort of gaslight them a little bit. Don't you remember Santa chooses you the best present?
But then the other thing my girlfriend said to me was she said, so we only give one present like you do now from Santa and the rest is from us. And the reason for that is because when they go to school or go to a play date or wherever they go, and one friend said, Santa gives me this, 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 and this, and the other friend goes, oh, well, Santa gave me this. And then they're going, well, Santa likes you more.
Yeah.
Because
you're on the naughty list, kid.
You're on the naughty list. You only get one present.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So across the board,
Across
one
the
present
board,
from
one
Santa,
present.
the
Yeah.
special gift.
The special gift.
Yeah. And that's what all the movies do. All
Is
the
it?
movies drop one present. You know?
do too.
Yeah.
They do
Yeah.
too.
Rewatch. What's the one? Arthur Christmas. There you go. The little
Just
elf.
one.
Yeah. Just one present.
One present each.
Yeah.
So then do you tell your kids that you then fill the sack with your presents?
Yes.
You get up early.
Yes.
And you check he's come and he has good, and then you fill it.
Yes, that's right. I say I put them all in and Santa drops these last one
So
in.
how do I do that? How do I change it?
You just change it.
This is good advice for anyone.
You
who's
just
listening.
change it. I just think you just go, hey, remember, Santa brings you one special present and Mummy and Daddy will give you, bits and
I
pieces.
don't think they'll believe it. Because they're like, oh no, Santa last year he brought me this. And
I
that
don't.
and this.
Yeah, but say no, but we actually did that. Remember, it was Santa's present was just one. Like I said, you have to just reinvent the history here, Oriel. And also, they don't really care that much because it's presents.
It's presents.
So on Christmas Day, drop that in.
Yeah.
And then they're going to be so distracted.
Yeah.
There's ways.
Okay, so here's another Christmas question. If your child comes home and says, I don't think I believe in Santa anymore, is it true? They're not fully convinced it's not true. They still think it might be true.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, so I'm in that stage.
Yeah.
I'm in that stage with my youngest. My oldest, it was like the elephant in the room with the 12-year-old for the last, I reckon 3 years.
Yeah.
We just didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
I knew she knew.
Yeah.
She's very onto it,
Yeah.
but we just didn't talk about it, and she just sort of went through life like, oh, yeah, Santa, there's a Santa present.
Yeah.
And then it was just this year I said to her, so really how long have you known? And she said, I had my suspicions 4 Christmases ago. I went, okay. And she said, but after that I just sort of thought, oh, well, I'm still getting a present.
Yeah,
so that was fine.
Yeah.
The younger one, who is 9, turning 10, absolutely does not believe. I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
But she is so clued on to the oh, well, I'm just going to, okay, I'm going to tell you a story about this. She has asked Santa for a Vespa. A Vespa.
I love it.
So she says to
I
me,
love it.
if Santa's real, I will get a Vespa.
Oh, clever girl.
Totally. She's completely
Clever girl.
manipulating. And I said to her, well, why are you telling me? I'm not Santa.
And by the way, you can't drive a Vespa anyway because you are not 18.
No,
or
this
16.
is a mini Vespa, like
Oh,
a
the mini
kid
Vespa.
Vespa.
Oh.
Yeah, they go up to 35 kilometers. She's not getting one, by the way.
Oh, bet you looked at it. And how much are the Vespa?
Yeah. We saw them, but they're $600 and it's ridiculous. And also my kid does not need a Vespa. Like it's just not happening. But she said, well, I'm just letting you know just in case. And I was like, you are just so, you are so stinky.
Guess you're going to work out that Santa's not real this year then.
Exactly. So anyway, I think this is our last year. And the other thing that's dropped out of our, but what I was going to say is I always just said whenever they'd say, oh, such and such at school doesn't believe in Santa. And I'd say, oh, well, that's a shame for them. Then I'm going to get a Santa present and just leave it at that and keep
that's
moving.
really clever because you're not lying.
I'm not lying.
Because they're still getting a Santa present.
Yeah, that's
you're
a shame for
them. You're
them.
not saying who gave it, you're just calling it a Santa present.
Oh, what a shame. Yeah, so I do marketing for a living. This is all about the spin.
Yes, you do. It's all about the spin.
Yeah, so there's that. And then the other thing that we've just let go of is, thank Christ, the Elf on the Shelf. And you are still in it. And you are still dealing with.
I'm in the thick of it. What are we? Day 5? No, day 4.
How many nights have you forgotten already?
2.
50%.
50% win. I'm taking that as a 50% win rate.
Yeah. You're so optimistic.
But I tell you what, the funny is that the day 2. So I got day 1, just got sorted on that. Day 2, my littlest 6-year-old still comes into the bed at night. Not every night, just occasionally. And this particular day, it was about 5:15 in the morning, beautiful and light here in Queensland, right? And I'm an early bird, as you know. So I was thinking about getting up. He comes in, he snuggles in, and then I thought he might go back to sleep. And then all of a sudden he goes, oh, the owls, I wonder what the owls have done. And my heart just stopped. I went,
no, the elf panic is real.
Oh, the elf panic is real. Yeah. And I went, oh, well. And he goes, I'm going to go and see. And I went, oh, wait. How about you go and get dressed first? Pop into your room and get dressed. And then when you're dressed, we'll go together and we'll find the elves. So he goes, okay, mummy. So off he goes, toddles off into his little room. And I went, shit, jumped out of bed, raced and down to the lounge room where the elves sleep, and just looked around and was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I could hear him like cupboards closing and opening and stuff like that. And I looked down at the Christmas tree and there was one lone present there, which has been a secret Santa that was given to my husband, which he was away, so he hadn't even seen it yet. And I just grabbed the present, I ripped it open, I dropped it down, I threw the elves on top, because we've got two, one boy is each elf, threw the elves on top, went walking slowly down the corridor, just as my son comes out of his room. Okay, let's go see what the elves did. Come on, let's go.
Down to the wire.
It was down to the wire. Oh, gosh, that was elf panic.
I am so relieved that time of my life is over. It was like every Christmas I'd go, why did I do this to myself?
And they love it
they
so
love
much.
It.
That's why.
I know, we're such suckers. We're such suckers. But that just adds to the mental load, right? It actually adds to the mental load, that stuff where you're just like, you can't accidentally fall asleep.
No,
you can't accidentally fall asleep because that elf will be waiting. It's like haunting your dreams. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night with like that whole
me too.
The elf.
Yeah, me too.
God, it's the worst.
It's the worst thing. And in fact, my elves this year, 4 days, have ridden reindeers twice. I don't know whether there's a theme in that.
A horsey theme.
A horsey theme. But the elves are riding their reindeers.
Well, your boys did tell you that they thought you were a little bit too obsessed with your horse.
They said, Mum, you're obsessed. And I went, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take it. Happily obsessed. Love him.
Oh, it's a tough time. Now, the other thing that we did want to talk about just quickly, we had an excellent session with Professor Matt Sanders last week.
Oh, it was brilliant.
He was so helpful.
He was sensational.
And I actually had the opportunity to put some of that into action. Yeah. And so we had a really hard day with my youngest who does struggle on and off very randomly with really high levels of anxiety, but then it goes away and we think we've got it under control and then all of a sudden it rears its head again. Now, adding to the stress of this time of the year, everyone's so tired. It's the end of term 4. You know, there's meltdowns over little things now and you know, it's time for them to stop being in the system and getting out and whatever. But anyway, so on Monday I got called to school. She apparently had a headache and so I went and, you know, took her some medication and she wanted to come home and it was the most difficult thing in that moment because she was very worked up and she was very upset and she couldn't articulate what was upsetting her, and eventually she calmed down. She was able to tell me and neither of the things that she was upset about were major things. They were both very, very minor, but to her they were really big in those moments and they were a reason not to go back to class. But I had his advice in our head about, you know, trying not to lean into avoidance. And a big part of it was she wanted to come home and didn't want to go back to class. And I just said, you're not coming home. I just kept
encouraging resilience. That's what you were
encouraging
doing, right?
Resilience. And I got her to come up with some solutions as to what was going to take her back to class. And she came up with them on her own. Great. So she wanted a teacher to accompany her back and maybe stay with her for 30 minutes while she came back to class. If this disruption that was upsetting her occurred, could she excuse herself from class and sit outside? And it was just, and change seats where she was sitting so that she wasn't dealing with what was going on in the classroom. But she came up with them and I encouraged her and said that, you know, they're really great solutions. But, you know, it was a battle to get to that point. It was a 45-minute, you know, sitting in there, calming her down, telling her, you know, acknowledge all of her feelings and I know she's upset and all of that. but you can't come home.
Yeah.
You're not coming home.
Yeah.
And
it's hard as a mum.
It was super tough because all
Yeah.
I wanted to do was be like, there's there's 2 weeks
Yeah.
left of school. But what's that going to teach her, that I'm going to swoop in and take her away from the hard times? I knew she was safe. I knew that, she had care around her and that everybody was working towards her being okay. She had just gotten herself in such a state. But then the upside to that is when she did go back and I saw her at the end of the day, she had the confidence. She'd built that confidence to go, oh, okay, I actually could do that. And I went off the next day completely fine. Whereas I think had I brought her home, the next day would have been a battle because she would have thought about it over and over for those hours that she was home and then spun into a spiral about it. So it was really, really great to have that advice in the back of my mind. And I just really credit that session that we had, podcast recording. But now I'm thinking it was like a psychology session because I got so much out of it. And it just showed me how much more I have to learn as a parent as well. To be honest,
doesn't it?
Yeah,
doesn't it? Those little decisions we make every day that could well be the wrong ones.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he is coming back. He did say he'd come back.
Yes,
he's going to chat to us. If you missed it, he's going to come back and chat to us about, either him or one of his experts in the area about gaming, being online with your kids, screen time, how much they should have.
That's going to be so good.
Yeah. So we'll do that in the new year.
And that's quite a relevant topic because I have shout out to anyone whose daughters or sons are finishing primary school in the next week because we are. And that's just been 2 seconds ago we were putting her into prep and now she's finished primary school and it's just an absolute mind-blowing experience to do that. But anyway, congratulations to all the little ones finishing. Very exciting. But in amongst that, there's the talk of the phones for high school. So I did a lot of research on this, and because I'm a bit of a overprotective when it comes to technology, and we have restored a very old iPhone for her, but the iPhone has this amazing setting on it, which I think more people should know about, and it's called I've now forgotten the thing. Anyway, it's under accessibility, and it was originally designed for elderly people, and it locks down the phone completely, and it changes all of the apps. So all the kids at the moment are talking about dumb phones. So it essentially turns an iPhone into a dumb phone. But then Apple have realised that it's really good for parenting controls. So it strips it back. She can not break out of it, and if she did figure out the passcode, because it's a different code, I get a notification. And all the apps are just in big strips, and the only ones she has access to are the ones I allow. So she has no access to internet. She has obviously no social media apps. She's too young for that, and we've got the law anyway. But she has messages, which I can see, photos that upload to my iCloud. She can't upload photos into messages. She can't send photos. She can call. She can listen to music, and she can use maps if she gets lost, and a calculator, and that's it. And it is a fantastic setting, and more people should know about it. To deep dive through YouTube to find it, but it's really amazing. So we are navigating all of that because she'll be catching a bus. She'll be making her own way home from high school.
So you wanted to have that for safety.
I wanted to have it. She often will go from school to dance and do those things on her own. So it's
that's fabulous. I love that.
Yeah, it was a very good tool. So we've spent the last couple of weeks setting all of that up, and
exciting.
And she thinks she's pretty cool now that she's got this, thing. But then she's like, oh, it actually is quite a dumb phone. She's very grateful, so I'll give her that.
Messages are good though, right?
Yeah, message and a phone call, and that's all fine. Yeah. So big new territory for us next year, and big changes, but.
Well, my oldest, who's 10, keeps on saying, when can I have a phone? And I keep on saying, I've told you, darling, when you're 152. And he came up to me the other day and he said, Mum, don't say 152. And I said, well, I suppose you're asking about your phone. And he said, yes, when you're 152. He's like,
You're so frustrating.
As long as I can keep it sort of funny.
Yes.
Staying at 152.
I love that. It's so good. Yeah. 152 sounds great. Oh my gosh, bless. Yeah, it does become quite a challenging conversation as they get older and everyone else starts to get them, and then you get this collective group, and as with anything,
That's another podcast.
Yeah, that is another podcast for sure.
Yeah.
So we hope that everyone is getting through this period.
Yeah,
we wish
hope
you all
are.
the
We wish you all the best.
all the
Hope
best.
you're not dropping quite as many balls as I am.
And if it gets bad, just drink some wine. That's
Just
what I
drink
did
some
last
wine.
time.
Yeah, just drink some wine.
Just drink some wine.
and
Ride horses.
And ride horses for us, but don't forget to carve out that time for yourself.
Yeah,
Just
absolutely.
don't forget to do that. It makes all the difference in the world.
It does, and it's hard to do, but it's worth it. Absolutely.
All
All right. Well, we'll catch you all next week with a new guest.
Yes,
So
yes, we will.
hope
See you
everyone
then.
has a good one. Bye.
Bye.